this won't be human.
Splice is about a scientist couple who tries doing experiments with genetically mutating animals with other animals. But when they get rejected to try to do it with mixing animals with human, they try to do it, but do it secretly. But the outcome is Dren, which is this creature that starts off just like a little rat or something, I don't even know, and then starts turning more and more into a human really quickly. And so trying to keep it a secret while it's growing really fast, it also starts getting like desires and different stuff to start doing things that could put their life and their job in jeopardy. It stars Adrian Brody, I think that's his name, the guy from Predators and other movies, and King Kong. I don't know who the chick was, I forgot her name. And the movie, and it was also like executive produced by the guy who made Pan's Labyrinth, something like that, I don't know. The movie, it started off good. Like, I really like what the movie was kind of about, because around when this movie was coming out, we were learning about this kind of stuff in science, so I really wanted to see it because I thought it was really cool. And it started off really good and stuff, and then it just kind of like drifted away from, okay, what is this thing? It just drifted away from that. It was trying to be just like a science experiment that they're trying to keep a secret, to something where they're just trying to be parents, and I just don't like how it just became one to another, and then they try to go back to it, and it just becomes really dark and twisted, and it was weird. And then there's also other parts where it's just, where some of the parts were just totally unnecessary and not needed, and just make it, the movie, just a lot much weirder. And the acting, I guess it wasn't bad. No, it wasn't bad. I guess it was alright. This is one of the first things that I've seen Adrian Brody in. I saw him in Predators and didn't really like him in that, but he was good in this. I do like how Dren, that's what they name it, because it's nerd backwards. But I do like how Dren looked. I thought like the look of the creature was really cool. That's like one of my favorite things to look at while I'm watching like an alien or a monster movie, to see what the thing looks like. And I mean, it starts becoming like really human, and then at the end it looks like it's just kind of scary. But one thing about the end is that the way that they ended it, it was a bad ending. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but it was a bad ending. So I wasn't too crazy for this movie. I was for like the first 30 minutes, and then it just kind of turned into like a little chick flick with the whole trying to be parents thing, and then just because something like totally just twisted, and I didn't really like it. So the first 30 minutes was good. The rest of it kind of sucked. The ending, though, it kind of scared me, because, well, I mean, it didn't scare me, it just kind of like just gave me like, it just kind of freaked me out, really. I wasn't exactly scared, but it was still pretty cool what they did at the end. Not the actual end, but before it. No, not even that. Just the ending was, they could have changed the ending. The ending was kind of stupid. So that was Splice. I would give it about, I don't know, probably like a 5.5 out of 10. The movie wasn't, and one thing is that, like, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but I'm not saying it's a good thing either. But there's like certain parts in the movie before like it just totally switches around, where like the big old tank thing that they're holding Dren in, it's got like this sticker on it, and that just became like, I don't know, I just kept on staring at the sticker. It got really distracting. And like when they're in bed or whatever, there's like this giant poster, and I kind of like the poster, but it was just like so big and it was just distracting. So I'm like mutual about that. I probably wouldn't do that, I guess. It was kind of like in Halloween too, where there was just like posters and stickers just everywhere. But I mean, it was kind of cool in that. But in this one, it was just flat out distracting. So Splice, I would probably, like, if I had heard this, I'd probably see it just to, like, watch, like, what happens. I wouldn't really, like, pay that much attention to the story or whatever. But I would probably just watch it to, like, watch the creature or something. It's like Avatar. I'm only going to watch Avatar to see the planet. So it's kind of like one of those things. And just, like, the transformation, too. And there was, like, another scene where they just had, like, these blobs, and it was a pretty cool scene. I did like that part. It was kind of like a bad warning to what's going to happen later on in the movie, though. So that was... I thought that part was just kind of, like, odd. But, I mean, the first time that they did it was pretty cool, but then the second time they did something else, that was just, like... Yeah, it was kind of stupid. So, yeah, Splice, it'd just be one of those movies that you'd watch just to watch the creature. That's one of the main reasons why I watched it. That, because I kind of had to. So, Splice, I don't know. If you're into, like, sci-fi movies, then you'll probably like this. You'll probably like the creature a lot. But for somebody who's just looking for, like, a really good movie with, like, a great story and everything, this probably isn't the movie to go to. So, that was my review for Splice. Leave your review or whatever in the comments below, and if there's a movie that you want me to do, I will probably do it. So, thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.